References are a vital part in any research paper. When you prepare research paper, you have to be really cautious in referring all the resources you have referred to make your paper. And if you wrongly quote some paper, or if you miss to quote some paper, definitely it leads to a lot of issues, you know very well. And if you submit your paper to journal, most of the journals, international journal, they follow APA standard, APA style of references. Now, there is a recent change in the APA style. You have to really aware of all those things. When you publish, when you try to submit your paper now, you need to take care of all those changes that are very important. And this video, I am going to give certain, what are the major changes in the APA 7th edition style. I am Professor Dr. Rajashekharan. I am going to give you a complete guideline about how to use APA 7th edition in this video. And I hope definitely this will be a useful video to you. Come, let's go. What are the major changes in APA 7th edition referencing? And actually, the previous version of 6th edition published in October 2019, after 10 years, APA has revised its edition in 2019 in October. And if you look at that, there are no major changes, only minor changes are there. I have listed one by one. The first thing, when you mention the references, you don't need to quote the city name here afterwards. So if you look at this example, you know very well. And if you quote the Stephen Covey, the 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, and you can see that New York is added in the references. Here afterwards, the city name is dropped. So when you quote the publisher information, you don't need to mention the city name, simply only the publisher, and the year remaining thing goes the same, only you have to drop the city name. Second thing, in the in-text citation, actually in the 6th edition, in case there are 3 authors, you will usually quote all of them, Taylor, Kotler, you quote everyone. But now, if it is more than 1, you have to quote only first author in the citation, and then you can use et al. You don't need to give all the names, authors, because it comes in a very shortened form in this, what you call in-text citation. Third change is the surname and initials for up to 20 authors should be provided in the references list. Earlier version you can provide in only 7, but now it has been increased to 20. Up to 20 authors you can provide the surnames for that same article. And this is a very important change. DOI number, normally we use only DOI number. Now we are adding with the HTTPS DOI.org, then followed by the number, same thing. The only new addition is you are adding this URL HTTPS DOI.org only, you are just adding. And the next thing, you don't use retrieved from. Whenever you retrieve some information from internet sources, generally we use retrieved from. Instead of now it is dropped now, and instead of that you will be using only the title of the news or where it is taken from. That's why here it is BBC News. That's why you give BBC News. You don't mention retrieved from then URL address. Instead of retrieved from, you are adding the title. And 6th thing, for e-books, the format, the platform or device is no longer included in the reference, and the publisher is included. You don't mention Kindle version or any other version. Simply you are mentioning the publisher. So in case in this context, the publisher is Springer Nature, just you add them. You don't mention about the format, platform or device. And now in the 7th edition, they have given a clear guidelines when you citing a podcast episode or the TV series or the movies or anything else. In case if it is the YouTube video, you have to mention the who has uploaded the video, that person name has to be included. And the other movies and other thing, you can mention director as the author. You have to mention them as the what you call author. You don't do anything else. And for the one more thing, for the podcast and social media post, everything, you have to use only the what do you call, who has uploaded, just you can mention their name, that's more than enough. And very importantly, the 7th edition has given some guidelines for the bias-free language. No, how to use gender-sensitive languages. You don't use any male gender or female gender, use a neutral gender thing. There are clear guidelines. First thing, very, very important thing, you don't use he or she. Instead of that, you can replace with a neutral pronoun they. Look at the example. A researcher's career depends on how often he or she is cited. But now, this he or she can be replaced with they. A researcher's career depends on how often they are cited. It is accepted. It's a very, very important change. Previously, it is considered as a big error, but now it can be replaced with they or their for even singular also. Because to denote the neutral pronoun, so we can use they or their. And using adjectives as nouns to label a group and people, you have to be don't mention the poor or kind of thing. Instead of thing, you have to bit expanded people living in poverty. In that way, you can do that. And for the broad categories also, you should use the exact age ranges that are more relevant and specific. Don't use people over 65. This is abstract actually. You have to give a specific thing. People in the age range of 65 to 75 years old. In that way, you need to mention. You can't mention around 25, around 40. These kind of abstract terms should not be used. And if you look at the other certain flexibilities there, and fonts you can include. They have added a lot of new fonts nowadays. One is you can Calibri 11 or Arial 11. Calibri, that is Calibri font and 11 font size, and Arial also accepted. Lucida Sans Unicode also accepted. Times New Roman is already, it was there in the 6th edition also, but they have added in the 7th also, and Georgia 11. So only Times New Roman, the font size is 12. The rest of the font size is all are 11. Only Lucida Sans Unicode is 10. Then the running head on the title page is no longer includes the words running head, because in the student paper generally they use running head. The title of the paper will be normally added, but now you don't require to do anything. Simply you have to mention the page number, that's it. And the running head, that caption running head can be removed, only the title can be given, that's it. So you can see the example, the effect of Google on the internet can be given us only the effect of Google on the internet, the running head and colon can be removed. And the headings also they have changed. You can go with the left center or the right center, whatever, the justified left or justified right or center, anything can be used. There are 4 headlines are accepted. You can go ahead with anything. And the pronoun, this is another very important. Use only one space after a period at the end of a sentence. This is almost same like the previous one. Use double quotation marks instead of italics to refer linguistic examples. Do use a double quotation mark. Don't use what you call italics, use double quotation. Look at there. APA endorses the use of singular pronoun they. They can be considered as a singular now in the 7th edition. Previously also I have told you about their and the other thing, the same thing. They can be accepted for the singular thing. And these are the references. I have taken these slides from the Scribner knowledge base article, APA Manual 7th edition. And you can go to their website also, you can see some other general information also. And you can purchase this APA 7th edition book in the Amazon, and it is available everywhere. Kindly make sure that you are following all these things clearly, because APA 7th edition requires all the journal, nowadays they are accepting only the 7th edition, and make sure that you are incorporating all these changes so that your paper get published without any error in the references. Okay. I hope this video is definitely could have been will be useful to you, and if you like this, please don't forget to share it, and please leave a comments about this video. Your feedback may help me to do a lot of other more better videos in the future. And with this, let me wind up, and I'll catch you in the next video. Bye bye. Thank you.